Okay, you guys, hopefully you did the first video to set up Fusion. Now what we're going to do is start making this keychain. It's a diamond shape here. When you make things 3D in Fusion, you have to first draw a two-dimensional flat sketch, and then you use some tools to make it three-dimensional. So that's what we're going to do right now is sketch. So in order to sketch, we got to go into the sketch environment. The way you're going to do that is right here. We're going to click Create Sketch. Boom. And then what we got to do is pick which uh, face or plane to draw on. There's three choices. We're going to use this one here on the right. This is the XY plane. You can see it has a red axis on the bottom. That's the X, and a green axis on the top. That's Y. Click on that little diamond and it'll rotate. And then now we're sketching on the XY plane so we can draw our diamond. Now, down here on the bottom, we do need to set up the grid and snap. So click on this little tool, looks like a little grid. And you can see it says snap to grid, that's good. And it says grid settings. We're gonna click on grid settings and that's gonna pop up. And what we want to do is change this to fixed. So normally it'll be adaptive. That means it can change depending on what you're doing. But we want it to be fixed to match our graph paper. So click the fix. Make sure it says fix. You want the major grid spacing to be 1 inch. So you just put 1 in there. And then minor subdivisions is 4. Just put 4 in there. And then once you got that, hit OK. So now we made it so that the grid on the screen matches our graph paper. We're ready to make our diamond. Um, so what we got to do is look at this diamond. If you look at it, um, the depth of it on this direction here, if you count, remember that you start counting at 0. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 gets you to the middle, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 will get you all the way over here. If you go over here on the side and you count, that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 get you to the middle, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 get you to the other side. It's 8 total, so it's 8 squares across this way, and it's 12 squares front to back this way. Okay, um, so now we want to draw that. So we'll go back into Fusion. We're going to use the line tool. This is the line tool. So you click the line, and what it does, it gives you your mouse, and you're going to click the start point of the line. So the first thing I would do is figure out where you want it to be. So I'm going to zoom in a little with my mouse wheel. And what I want to do is go to the origin. I'm not going to click. Don't click on the origin. And go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be my start point. Okay, find that point. You can see it's right between 1 and 2 there. It's labeled the y-axis and click. All right. Now we got to go down. Well, we want this thing. We're drawing the top right corner. We got to be 4 squares over. So as you go down to the x-axis and then go over 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see that takes you to the first major darker grid line. Click there. And then we just keep going. Go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then go over 4. Boom. Then I'm going to go up 6. That takes me back to the x-axis. Over to the left, 4 takes me to -1. And then finally, take your mouse, go back to the start point, and click. Now, a couple of tips. If you have trouble doing that, you can always hit escape. That's the ESC key at the top left corner of your keyboard. Will get you out of drawing a line. It'll make you stop doing anything in Fusion if you don't want to do it anymore. And then also you can use the undo tool right here, or Control Z will undo things. So if you make mistakes, you can do Control Z to go back in time and try it again. So hopefully you got a good diamond. The next thing we got to make is we got to make this hole. And this is going to be a circle. If you look at the circle, it's basically one grid line high. So it has a diameter of one grid line. Now, how much is that? You may recall this grid paper and our grid that we set up is 1/4 of an inch or 0.25. So that's the diameter of that circle. Now, the center of the circle, we need to know where that is. I didn't think this through very well. I put it halfway between the grid lines. And with the way we have it set up right now in Fusion, it's not that easy to get there. So we're gonna we're gonna just put it on, instead of putting it right here where it is, we're gonna put it down a little lower, right here on this grid line. Okay, this is 2 grid lines down from the top of the diamond, okay, from the point. So let me show you how to do that in Fusion. Go back in here. I'm going to zoom in so I can see what I'm looking at. I'm going to hit the circle tool right here, center diameter circle. Click that. To make the circle, move your mouse up here. Don't click. Go down 1, 2 grid lines, and then click. That places the center of the circle, and I can move left, right, in, out, make it bigger or smaller. What I want to do to make it exactly the right size is type the diameter. So you don't have to click your mouse anywhere, just type on your keyboard 0.25 and then hit enter, and it'll make the circle. Okay. If you get halfway through that and you screw up, you can always hit escape. If you do it and finish the circle and you need to try it again, remember, use the undo tool or Control Z, and then you can go back in time. What I want to do now is take a good look at my sketch. I want to go zoom out. Now, here's a pro tip. You guys remember we talked about the mouse wheel? If you double click the mouse wheel right now, it'll do what's called a home view, and it'll reset the zoom so you can see the whole picture. Make sure it looks good. Click Finish Sketch, and then we'll go on to the next thing, making it 3D in the next video. Good luck.